Megabucks, the big money, double elimination bass fishing tournament that's fast becoming the favorite event on the Bass Angler Sportsman Society's tournament trail. Now today we're at Lake Guntersville in Alabama for this unique 10-hole fishing contest that will mean $76,000 to the winner. And you'll see him crowned and watch him catch fish through the eyes of the Bassmaster television cameras. It's an interesting lesson in how to catch bass. Stay tuned. I'm Ray Scott, and the Bassmasters will be right back from Megabucks 1990.
The last reported sighting was in this area.
Oh, there it is now! Look at it! Oh, how wonderful and rare! An actual weedless trolling motor! Stay with her. That's it. Yes! Oh, to know they do exist, they do! Oh, she's gone now. Oh, but how wonderful and rare!
The Ninja Prop, only on Motor Guide.
They say this is where the big ones come for breakfast. They say this here spinner will have them jumping in the boat. Well, they convinced me. Now all they gotta do is convince the fish.
Wouldn't it be nice if everything else were as dependable as your Johnson outboard?
Bassmaster Classic champion, Rick Kahn.
To win, you need the best. And take it from me, here's where you'll find the best in tackle and the best prices. It's Bass Pro Shop's Outdoor World Spring Sale Catalog, famous for name brand sporting goods at unbeatable prices. And you shop right from your own home. If you're a Bass Pro customer, your catalog's already on the way. If not, call today, 1-800-BASS-PRO, for your free money-saving Spring Fever catalog.
You know, ever since the new BP stations have come on the scene, big things have been happening. Millions of customers have been pulling in. You see, more and more drivers are discovering that high-octane BP Super Gasoline cleans their entire fuel intake system. So while our new stations have brought everyone in, it's BP Performance that brings everyone back. It sure is nice to be so popular.
BP on the move. Lake Guntersville, Alabama, site of Megabucks 6. For the past 3 days, 142 Bassmaster touring pros have fished the 68,000-acre impoundment to make the first elimination cut, down to 50 anglers. That's where we are today, with the top 50 fishermen on the fourth day of this $400,000 Megabucks tournament. And when the day's over, the top 10 anglers will advance to the two-day Megabucks finale. Here's the way it's gone so far. Former Bassmasters Classic champ Paul Elias led the competition the first day. On day 2, former Megabucks champ Lonnie Stanley took the lead. But not for long, as young Ohio angler Joe Thomas took over first place the third day. Although 40 of these anglers won't make the final cut, they won't go home empty-handed either. 11th to 20th place will earn these anglers $3,630 each. And from 20th to 50th, $2,582 each. But the big bucks are in the final round, where the winner takes home some $76,000 in cash and merchandise. Weigh-in time this fourth day. If there's a favorite here, it has to be Arkansas Bassmaster Larry Nixon. This 40-year-old touring pro is a former Bassmasters Classic champ and former Bass Angler of the Year. He captained the winning team in B.A.S.'s team tournament. He's won 2 Megabucks championships and leads the B.A.S.S circuit in career tournament winnings with almost $750,000.
Yes, it's 7 pounds.
The #1 all-time money winner on our trail, and today I see the first limit come in. Larry Nixon. Let's give him a nice hand as he comes to the scale, folks. Got a chance to pull right up there. He flexes and he gets into pressure. Watch the scale, folks. This is a great fisherman. 23 pounds and 1 ounce. Let's give a nice hand. Bow. Son, that's heavy duty.
And here's how it adds up for the final 10 of Megabucks 6. Two-time Megabucks champion Larry Nixon. Joe Thomas of Mainville, Ohio. Former Bassmasters Classic champion Paul Elias of Mississippi. Texas Bassmaster Lonnie Stanley, also a former Megabucks champion. Oklahoma's Tommy Biffle, runner-up in the 1990 Bassmasters Classic. Local favorite Charles Steele of Atala, Alabama. All-time great Roland Martin from Clewiston, Florida, second in Megabucks 5. Minnesota's Mike Hartman, also a former Megabucks finalist. South Dakota Bassmaster Shannon Ivey. And former Bassmasters Classic World Champion Jack Chancellor of Phoenix City, Alabama. The Bassmasters will be right back from Lake Guntersville, Alabama, as the pros fish for Megabucks. Stay tuned.
Here's big news coming at you from Chevrolet. 3.9% financing, or $500 cash back on exciting new full-size Chevy pickups, plus $1,000 cash back, or 3.9% financing and $500 cash on new Chevy S10 pickups and Blazers. It's your time to buy. 3.9% financing or up to $1,000 cash back.
That's today's Chevy truck.
Out here, you won't see the leather chairs of a corporate boardroom. But when these guys take a meeting, the agenda is clear: to probe, test, and even torture every part of a Ranger boat. Day in, day out, taking on the demanding challenges of the marine environment, and more important, listening to what it tells us. Because at Ranger, we're committed to making the most of our time, so you can relax and make the most of yours.
Ever since my husband started using a Rubbermaid cooler, he doesn't come in for ice. He doesn't come in for a cold drink. He doesn't even come in for lunch. I never see the guy.
On fire. Nice try, babe.
Rubbermaid's patented refreeze system, attached snap-lock lids, and thick insulation seem to keep things cold forever. And they're so strong and durable, Rubbermaid backs them with a full 6-year warranty. No wonder they're the official coolers of the Bassmasters Classic.
Lunker Lure Products is proud to introduce their new Vibratron Rattler. Tested over 3 years, the Vibratron outfished all other spinner baits 7-to-1. It has never been beaten. The off-balance blade vibrates the loud built-in rattle. Most plastic tubes work. Just cut the closed end and slip on. Vibratron Rattler, guaranteed to catch 5 times more fish or your money back.
Day 1 of the final 2 rounds of the B.A.S.S. Megabucks 6 shootout. The weather's terrible: rain, cold temperatures, and wind. So what's defending champion Larry Nixon thinking?
But with the weather we've got and me not knowing anything about it, I don't think I can afford to fish much deep, so I'm going to spend most of my time in shallow water. Spinner baits and jerk baits and a few crankbaits.
The finalists are fishing Big Spring Creek, the area adjacent to the town of Guntersville. The creek is divided into 10 holes, which have been off limits to all contestants since the tournament began. The anglers fish each hole for 50 minutes, then rotate to the next numbered area till they fish all 10 holes. Their starting positions this morning were determined in a draw last night. Although the weather's miserable, the fish are biting, at least for Larry Nixon, as the drenched angler reels in a Megabucks keeper. The daily tournament limit is 7 bass. They must measure at least 12 inches. Everyone started even this morning. The scoreboard was wiped clean. Despite the conditions, other anglers are also catching bass today, like Roland Martin. Larry Nixon continues to catch the rain-battered bass. This full-time touring pro has finished in the money in 90 of 117 Bassmaster tournaments. He's also the top single-season money winner, earning $207,000 in 1987-88. He's strong. The rain slacks off, but the conditions are still not favorable. How, when you've never fished a particular body of water, do you prepare? Specifically, how does a great angler like Larry Nixon prepare?
Well, my main considerations was how to fish each and every hole. When you got weather as bad as we had today, I knew I wasn't going to get out and hunt any kind of structure where maybe the big concentrations of fish might be, so I just fished basically all shallow water today and looking for a little bit of a pattern on each hole, and fortunately I found a couple little ways to catch a few bass today.
Larry Nixon has apparently established a solid fish-catching pattern. He has a good limit. With bass in the live well and today pretty much over, what about tomorrow?
You know, I think I know what I have to do tomorrow to catch another limit of fish, if what I've got today is enough to be in the lead. I don't know what I'm going to do if I have to catch bigger fish. So it really all depends on what everybody weighs in today is how I play the game tomorrow.
This competition day is over, all except the weigh-in as Tommy Biffle brings his bass to the scales.
Folks, there's what it's about. There's the difference in an $80,000 payday and a no payday. Boy, that is a beautiful bass and no tag. You notice that one was one of those freewheelers. Man, that is a killer. How many is it total? Is that it? Oh! Hey, come on now. Bassmaster Classic. Folks, there's a fish that's going to go close to 5 pounds. We'll be sure to weigh that one. My gosh, if he does, surely he's going to have any more. Well, that took care of that. By golly, what a catch. Nice hand, folks, as he comes toward the scale. He'll be unquestionably our leader. Tommy, you got a great catch, my friend. We got a marvelous bunch of fish, folks. Watch the scale. 13 pounds, 0 ounces. Let's give him a nice hand. Our leader without question. Now.
And now Larry Nixon.
All right, Larry Nixon has just brought his third bass out, reaching for number 4. Remember, 13 pounds is leader. Now, there's a fish. That's a 2 pounds and about 8 ounces, maybe 9 ounces. And he's still going. That's number 4. He's probably in 3rd place right now, and this will put him up into probably close to 2nd place. 3rd, to say the very least. Now we go back for another one. Let's look out. All men are not created equal, despite what they tell you. Folks, there's another one. That's a fish that goes 3 pounds. And if this is not it, he is going to be hard to beat. Folks, he's going to be hard to beat. He's gone back in again. Look at here. My Lord. Turn it around. Let's show him that tag. Look at the tag, people. That's catch and release in action. That fish was caught on one of the previous days of our tournament. And I got news for you. How much we don't know, but he is leading this tournament with a bag of bass, and he never put a hook in the water. He's won this thing, I believe, for the first day. But unfortunately, that's a 2 that, boy, he's got a bag. I believe he's going to have over 15 pounds of bass. Biffle, of course, is a big one, is a big leader so far. Watch the scale. Leader for the day, 18 pounds, 6 ounces, Larry Nixon.
The Bassmasters will be right back from Alabama's Lake Guntersville and the exciting finale of Megabucks 6. Stay tuned.
Never before has there been a fishing line for baitcasters like the new Magnum 720 and 1440 oval-shaped lines from DuPont. Magnum 720 casts like a 7-pound, but is really a 20-pound line. And Magnum 1440 has 14-pound flexibility with 40-pound strength. Tough enough to bring big fish out of the heaviest structure. The super strong Magnum lines for baitcasters only. Only from DuPont.
Releasing this bass means another angler will get the thrill of a big catch with that lunker. That's one of the great things about bass fishing today, catch and release. It's just one of the ways we teach our bass members to protect the resource. But most importantly, we teach you how to become a more successful fisherman. I'd like to introduce you to the group that makes bass catching easier, the Bass Anglers Sportsman Society, helping you improve your fishing skills to catch bigger and better bass and more of them. It's what we're all about. As a member, you'll receive 10 big issues a year of Bassmaster magazine that are packed with how-to articles and outdoor action photography. And when you join during this TV offer, we'll get you primed for instant success with this free tackle pack. You'll get a pack of Berkeley's Power Worms, Cordell's Neon Spot, Berkeley's Trimac line, plus a copy of our newest how-to book, Winning Secrets of the Classic Champ. Yours free with $15 paid membership. So join Bass now. Call 1-800-544-7776. That's 1-800-544-7776.
The final day of Megabucks 6. The rain has stopped, but the wind blows hard and cold from the north. But the leader is ready to go fishing.
Well, the main thing about bass fishing I learned a long time ago is never fight Mother Nature. Always let her direct the way you fish. And there's always a few bass in shallow water no matter what time of year it is, and if the winds are so bad that you can't get out there and fish structure, then you have to fish what you got. So I'm going to just fish what the lake gives me today and do the best job I can.
Good luck, Tommy. Okay, thank you.
And what about Tommy Biffle?
He's got about a 5-pound lead, but it's real windy today, and it's going to make a lot of holes that make it hard to fish in this wind. And you know, when I got to the best hole, I thought yesterday, it's so windy I couldn't fish it. So I think that'll have a lot to do with it if you're in the right hole at the right time.
And it doesn't take much time this last morning for the defending champion to connect. It's not a question of what areas to fish because these anglers must fish the assigned water. But there can be a difference in the way they approach the fishing. Like here on this riprap. How do you fish it? Are certain areas better than others? What are the factors?
Probably the most well-known is just reading the points and fishing the points of the riprap, but there are other things that come to factors. You've got an underwater drop on riprap that you got to keep an eye on. And another key thing is the size of the rocks. These rocks slope off the bank, and they're not big enough to hold fish up in the shallow part, so you've got to key more on the depth of the water around the rocks than anything else. If you got the bigger rocks and the deeper water running up close to the riprap, your big fish will get in tighter, but when they're sloping riprap like this one, the fish tend to hold out away from the rocks a little bit deeper. And that's what I'm keying on, is the 6 to 7 foot water right off the edge of the rocks where it drops into 9 and 10.
And how does Tommy Biffle figure his day will stack up?
The holes I did the best in yesterday, I'll have them later in the day, and I think the fish are biting. The bites a lot later in the day. I know yesterday I caught that big fish like 2 minutes to go on my last hole. I know Lonnie Stanley, he caught his 5-pounder or whatever. He caught it in the last 5 or 10 minutes. So, and in the tournament, the later flights always had the better stringers.
But they're biting right now for Larry Nixon.
Yeah!
And Roland Martin is also catching bass this last morning. This great angler holds the records for the most Bassmaster Classics fished, 18. Most Angler of the Year titles, 9. And most tournament wins, 16. Since starting in B.A.S.S competition in 1970, he's maintained a 77% record for being in the money in 157 tournaments. He's third in all-time winnings. The leader is still catching bass, but he doesn't catch them all.
Stay under the water.
Roland Martin, the runner-up to Larry Nixon in the last Megabucks, continues to catch bass. Larry Nixon has his 7 bass limit. What he'll do now is start culling, comparing his last caught fish to the others in his live well, then releasing the smallest. There are 2 kinds of cover, visible and invisible. Does Larry Nixon think the visible cover he's fishing is the key?
Anytime you've got weather conditions like we've had the last 2 days, I mean, it's just been terrible. And when you've got to fight the wind, you can't get out there and hunt a honey hole. You're going to have to take what you can find. And usually that's just one here and one there, and hope you can put together a couple little shallow water patterns so you can fish them in the bad weather.
As the Megabucks anglers prepare to weigh in, the word is it's close. And Roland Martin is making a charge.
Now this is Bob Cobb. This is going to put him right up there. He's got winning material. If he can catch one more good bass, this is going to be his tournament. Hey, look at here. All right. That's good stuff. All right, Roland, that's going to be big money bass. That may put you in the lead, too. Wait. Hey, come on now. Why do they do this? Why do they do this? Hey, God. Man, that's money. That's a leader right there. No question about it. He's fooling us now. That's just one of his little stunts he pulls. Marianne going nuts now, well, folks, there's your winner of the Megabucks tournament, sure of the world. He was in the Megabucks tournament before in Florida, and this is the first time ever to be so far up, and this is going to put you clearly in the lead. That's absolutely the best string of fish we've seen, period, without question. All right, here we go. Watch the scale. 17 pounds, 4 ounces. That puts him up there.
Now this morning's leader, Larry Nixon.
We got to have 6 pounds. Big payday. All right, that's 3. Now that will not do it. He's got about 3, probably 3.5 pounds of bass so far, and that's just to get within an ounce or 2, good guesstimate. There's another one. That will put him up into the, that'll give him 4, probably 1/4, 4.5. That'll give him 5 1/4, 5.5. Got to have 6 what, Bob? 6/8. That may do it. That may do it. It could be close. He may be an ounce or 2 plus or minus. If he's got another fish that goes over a pound, I believe he could be your Megabucks champion for the 3rd time. He may be foolish. He may not have a thing in there. Big Let's hear it, folks. Stand up and let's give him a hand. Come on, folks. Come on now. Wow. Only in America, Bill Schrader would say. Only in America can a country boy win nearly $100,000 doing what he loves to do. Larry, congratulations to you, my friend.
Thank you, Ray.
How did, I was telling the folks about you're telling Susan and myself, you never had fished that water before this occasion, starting yesterday morning.
I had made a few casts in there. I kind of storied just a little bit. Every year we fished here, we went out of Max there, of course, and on the way in, you know, we'd have 2 or 3 minutes to kill right before weigh-in. So I had made a cast or 2, but no, I had never spent a day's fishing in that creek.
Well, you did a job. Let's weigh this bass and see what kind of victory you had total weight-wise. And there's the scale, folks. Watch it. 12 pounds even. Mark it, 12 pounds even, and that gives him the victory.
And once again, Larry Nixon is champion of Megabucks for the 3rd time. Right now it's time for the Pros Pointer, the how-to section of the Bassmasters. Brought to you by Wrangler, the most comfortable jeans known to man.
You know, crankbaits totally helped me win this Megabucks tournament. They're one of the most dependable lures that a fisherman can use in the fall when the water's in the low 60s to high 50 degrees and you're back in the creek channels. When you're going through the motions of locating bass, and that's all we all do, is go through the motions. You try to eliminate water as well as find the water that the fish are in. And usually I'll start with a bait that'll run 3 to 5 feet deep, such as a vibrating bait with BBs, especially if you have vegetation. Then I'll start working my way down, throwing a little shallow diver, something that'll run 5 to 6 feet deep. and work the outer perimeter of the same cover. Then when you're working rocks, maybe creek channels, creek points, and you want to get on in down to a little bit deeper water, you want to go to one that has a little bit bigger bill, and it'll get on down there just a little bit deeper. It's very important to find the location of the bass as to how they're relating to the bottom and to the creek channel, and to do that you have to go through a selection of crankbaits.
It's the same thing every Saturday. He puts on those old blue jeans and goes out with that old dog, and he's gone all day. He says he's gonna bring back dinner, but all he ever brings back is that old dog.
Here's to old dogs, Saturday mornings, and comfortable blue jeans. Wrangler.
Larry Nixon, what else can you say about this guy? He's done it all. Bassmaster Classic champion, former Angler of the Year, and 3 times Megabucks winner. He's awesome. Now next week, our cameras will be on another great Bassmaster, Denny Breyer, and watch how he figures out a bass catching pattern under the toughest postponed conditions on Oklahoma's Skytook Lake. For the Bassmasters, I'm Ray Scott, and we'll be looking at you next week.
The Bassmasters has been brought to you by Zebco Motor Guide, the choice of serious fishermen. Johnson Outboards. Wouldn't it be nice if everything else were as dependable as a Johnson outboard? BP, a leading producer of oil and gas for America's energy needs. Ranger Boats, we still build them one at a time. Chevy Trucks, more people are winning with the heartbeat of America. Today's truck is Chevrolet. Rubbermaid Specialty Products Division. Don't you wish everything was made like Rubbermaid? DuPont Power Lines, Stren, Prime Plus, and Magnathin. Lunker Lure Products, manufacturer of the original Buzzbait. Bass Pro Shops, world's largest supplier of premium tackle. Wrangler, the official jeans and shirts of the B.A.S.S. Tournament Trail. And the Bass Angler Sportsman Society,